Hello YouTube friends, it's Sunday again, and last Sunday I left you watching a video that I'd made a few weeks ago. It was an old video of me tidying out my sewing drawer, which I thought, oh, no one's going to want to watch me do this. But I had some lovely comments from people. Thank you very much indeed. It was very sweet of you to watch such a video where absolutely nothing happens for such a long time. It was a sort of placeholder video because I wasn't here. I said, I think in the description, that I was at a family event and would be back soon. Well, this is the family event. I'm about to tell you about it now. And it wasn't an event so much as a spontaneous decision by me to go and visit my youngest son, whose birthday is a week after mine. So my birthday was the end of January, and I got some lovely, lovely happy birthday wishes from you all. Thank you very much indeed. So I decided, I made sure that everything was fine with his wife, Rita, for me to go, but we kept it a secret from my son. And so I bought the tickets on the Monday. I flew out on the Friday, and on Friday evening I was sitting in Owen's flat waiting for him to come home from work, and he was very surprised, and we had a lovely few days, just a few. I came back the following week on the Wednesday, so I was only not even there for a week. It's a long way to go, and it's a lot of air miles to use, and a lot of damage to the environment, and lots of things I had to square with myself before I did that, because I'm not a big fan of flying, but I very, very rarely do it, and this seemed to me the perfect occasion to do a spontaneous trip to go and visit my son. The cats were all taken care of at home, like they always are, by John coming by to visit. John only works half a mile away less, and so he looks after the hens and the poultry while I'm away. And it was, once I'd made the decision and my daughter-in-law was happy for me to come, it was easy. She went to a lot of bother renting a car and clearing the diary and all of that so that I could come and spend a few days with Owen. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. So I arrived on the Friday, and on Saturday there was an event, a competitive event happening down on the St. Lawrence River, which is quite a famous event that they were keen to go and look at. And it's the ice canoeing races that happen down there on the frozen St. Lawrence. Now, I could explain to you what's going on, but I met a lovely woman who explains it far, far better than I ever could. And so I won't say anything about what you're about to see, but I'll leave it to Meryl, who's coming up a couple of minutes into this video. So you're going to see some of the frozen St. Lawrence and some of the ice canoeing. Let me just see what else I've got here for you, because I've got the video edit right here. And then after that, where they live, my kids, they live in a really beautiful part of Montreal. Of course, it was snow everywhere, but I was well prepared. I'd got my big, thick, downy jacket on and hats and gloves and all of that. And we spent some of the time on Saturday afternoon, after we watched the ice canoeing, walking around the neighbourhood where they live, which is lovely and full of all the little shops that I love. Absolutely brilliant little shops. So we went and just looked at all of those. We went in cafes. We had a couple of lovely meals out. And all in all, we had a really, really brilliant time. So I'm going to put this now on the beginning of the video that I'm editing here, and let you see what I was doing in Montreal last Sunday while you were all watching me tidying out a drawer. I was in a completely different time zone, a completely different country, and really enjoying being with my son and his wife. I've got some more film that we're going to make. I'm going to make for you. I'm going to edit. There's a couple of interesting things that Rita and I did that I want to make some videos about as well, but they'll come later. I just wanted to chat to you today and put this film up of me, my son, his lovely wife in Montreal, having a very lovely spontaneous time. Spontaneity is a really good thing to do. It was wonderful. I was so pleased I went. I'm going to share this with you now. Here it comes.
Pleased to meet you.
So Meryl, why are you here?
I'm here to watch to cheer our daughter on,
Yeah.
and she's in one of the women's boats. And this is a really historic sport because in Quebec, unique to Quebec.
Yeah.
Because when the rivers froze, and the St. Lawrence is big, so there was always open water and there's frozen water.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you push the boat when you're
Yeah.
on the ice, and then when you have to jump in the boat and row like a demon to get it when you're in the open water.
But
and this is
sometimes through, right?
absolutely. And there's the person in the back.
Yeah.
They'll say in the boat, out of the boat. They chart the course, and it's an amazing sport that attracts people.
So out
from
of the boat is do this. Get out.
yeah, this
and
is out of
scoot.
the boat. You have to push it, and then in the boat you're rowing. And for example, our daughter was a rower.
Yeah.
But she doesn't care for the pushing as much, but she's good at rowing, and they all have, a lot of these people have specialties. Fascinating group of people do it.
how many in the
Doctors,
team?
lawyers, their boats have 5.
5 in a boat.
Yeah,
So-
and they have a circuit each year. Quebec City's the best. I mean, that's where it sort of originated with the idea of, you jump in the boat if you want to go get your groceries or whatever.
Oh.
You're shopping. That's the only way across the river.
Yeah.
And you can see if you go outside Montreal, like on the Richelieu River, it's just perfectly like this. Parts frozen close to the shore, and then in the middle you'd have to
Yes.
jump in and go. It's a really gut-wrenchingly hard sport.
It's a sport that's been developed out of necessity for.
Yeah, it was to live,
Yeah,
to cross. I mean, there are other ways to cross like even they used to have carts and horses and trails across the river, but it had to freeze solidly for that
To do
work.
that, but when
this
it's-
was always okay.
When it's open water
So-
and ice and so on, you can do both in
I
this
tried
way.
it once. They had it opened it, and I got about as far over there, and I was just so exhausted. It's just
Yeah. So
unbelievable.
just watching and supporting your daughter is now a far
Perfect.
better idea.
Yes. They're in a red boat over there. Anyway,
Okay.
she
And what's
got
the
into
team
it.
called?
They don't have a name, I don't
Okay.
think.
Oh.
But they're all women.
Oh, good.
One's a podiatrist.
Yeah.
My daughter's an aerospace engineer.
Oh.
The other is someone, I don't know, they're all very professional people who managed to squeeze this in their free time.
Some of them are getting themselves
Yeah, they're getting
ready
ready.
over there now.
So after all that excitement, we went for a walk around the snowy neighbourhood around where my son and his wife live. And Rita knows the kind of shops I like to go in. And so this was a cheese shop, and Owen loves cheese, so we bought a big cheese board to have at home and last us through the next few days. He was a very diligent cheese seller. We tried lots and lots of different cheeses. It was great. But then what person doesn't love stationery? And so Rita took me to this shop that sells all sorts of wonderful stickers and books and washi tape and all the stuff that I absolutely love. I didn't buy anything, but it is nice to look and just get some ideas, isn't it? Yes, it is. I was very restrained, but I didn't want to have to carry anything home with me. So we went to this little bagel shop where the people were making their bagels. I love watching that kind of thing. We bought a few, of course. It's always a treat to see somebody making anything. I love watching people making things, and these people were fine about it. But then we met this guy.
I just came from England 2 days ago, north of England, Northumberland.
Okay.
This is my son who's doing the filming.
My son film.
And his birthday is the day after tomorrow.
Nice.
And I came to surprise him for his birthday. He didn't know I was coming, his wife did. And so he got a very big shock when he came home from work and found his mum sitting in his house.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it was good. And so I'm just here for a few days, like 3-4 days.
And we're doing a tour of
I know, I'm doing my
festival.
the bagels, this guy. My name's Kate.
Andrew.
Andrew, which bagels am I going to get?
Give them a special.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a bagel tourist today, and so I don't know which bagels you recommend.
I always just say get the hottest coming out of the oven first,
Yeah.
and then fill up with whatever.
Should we get 6? Should we get 6? Do you want to choose?
We have get 3 because we have a lot of bread.
Okay, we've got bread at home. 3 then. Well, Andrew, choose.
3 dozen? Maybe 3 hot ones.
Next we went to a lovely Japanese paper and Japanese supplies shop, and I'm getting really interested in the idea of doing some marbling. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about marbling, and so I think we might be seeing that sometime in the future. But these beautiful, beautiful papers, which you could use in such a variety of ways. It was a lovely, lovely shop. This beautiful origami paper, look. I mean, you wouldn't want to open that, would you? It's so beautifully laid out. And then the next shop we went to after this one was a fantastic shop. I can't pronounce the name of it. I've got a little card with it on here. It's no, I can't. I'll write the name. I won't butcher it by trying to pronounce it here. I'll just put the name above this where I'm talking about it. And again, it was all the wonderful things that I love. All sorts of bits and pieces of nonsense. It was great. And then the bakery. This is a very short walking distance of where my kids live. And so having fresh bread for breakfast and it's absolutely wonderful. They were really friendly as well. So many different, beautiful, fresh baked goods to choose from. So my wheat-free, dairy-free diet took a bit of a hit these few days, but that's okay. Now this place, I'm going to leave you with these pictures here, because this is coffee being brewed in a way that I've never seen before, not ever. And so I'm going to let you watch how this works. Work it out for yourself. This is very, very close to where my son works. And so he pops in here and has a coffee made this way many times. So just watch this. It's amazing. And guys, I'll see you next time with some ordinary UK-based content.